baby jokes. Got it.
Got it. Exactly.
No N words.
Get it? Got it? Good.
All right. We live, Brandon?
Yeah.
We're doing it live.
Alright, I just want to say for the record, we need to end all this chat GPT bot madness.
Oh my
And,
Oh,
god.
man.
I gotta delete this VOD. Let me restart. Chat
Don't
What's
want
up?
Fuck
Terminator
it up,
happening.
take two.
That was a clean take. I got it in one. What are you
Dirty take.
doing? I
You're
got
on the
it in
saying you
one.
don't like stuff. He doesn't want Terminator happening.
Let's
All
try
right.
this again.
Anyway. Well, welcome to the game, everybody. How's everybody's week going?
Oh man,
Best.
it's been rough.
Better than how it started.
I'm still here.
Whose turn is it to do the recap?
Mikhail's the only one that hasn't done the recap.
Oh, I figured.
Yep.
All right, Mikhail. Let
Dude,
us know
you
what.
picked the worst. I should have did the last one because this is the worst one for me to recap.
I literally just went over all this with you like yesterday.
I know, but the problem is we were
Just
all
let us
somewhere
know what
else.
happened from Mateus's perspective.
Okay, all right.
You don't,
Yes,
need, you don't need to
this
do
tale.
everything, but what does Mateus remember?
He woke
Okay,
up.
so Mateus woke up after a hard day before that, fighting things in the zoo foundry, and then like finding out that a bunch of like issues are going on with people either miscommunicating and or plotting something potentially bad. So the pig guy did his thing where he was like intimidating people. The bird guys was pretty chill and was like helping like put people back together. The girl or whatever and stuff was like doing a bunch of stuff that makes me wonder whether or not she's just really good with lying or if that's just like a woman thing or not. And the foreign human guy or whatever and stuff just kind of did what I guess those kinds of people do best. Chop sake kung fu stuff. So robot guy did his job the entire way. Like he's probably the most trustworthy people out of everyone that I've like settled with. So after that whole deal or whatever and stuff, the pig guy got really, really serious about like wanting to question certain people. I kind of lost track because they told me to go stand guard at the wall. I went to go do that. Then after that, we just went back to normal duties or whatever and stuff while a bunch of things were going on between Bird, Lady, and Pig Dude. And I guess Asian guy was with Pig Dude because he bros really hard for him.
Mateus doesn't remember names, does he?
No, I don't keep track of that. After that or whatever and stuff, we were told by the captain or whatever and stuff to like stay out of business that wasn't ours. Now this was weird to me because I've been staying out of everyone's business because that's not my job. We're just like beat cops. But it's cool or whatever and stuff. That's all right or whatever. And you know, if we gotta like do some extra stuff, I'm down with the team because I'm at least for sure that they're trying to do right by the city and its laws. So that's all that matters. I heard that the pig guy super scared some dude into like talking about something, and then got really pissy about like wanting to go to some like place. But other than that, not a lot. A whole lot's been going on. Seems like it's back to like dull moments and nothing special going on. That's pretty much all I remember.
All right. So, after you guys wrapped everything up with dealing with Archibald Knight and putting Manera Frum in solitary so she wouldn't hurt anybody or herself, you guys were handed a list of missing persons to look into, and I didn't find it last time, but here I have an actual list of people to look into. If I don't know if any of you are taking notes, but I will list these names off for you now.
Wait. Let me bring up my notes.
We have
I
player
thought we-
notes right here.
Oh yeah, we have a public notes channel.
You say that there are new people you're adding to it, or just all the old
I
people?
didn't have a list last time. Yeah. All right. So the list of people that are missing. Anastasia Corvus, a human Iracini merchant who came to Absalom to sell wine, missing. All of the Dragonfly Masons, which we are currently looking into. They're named Roji Azal. Actually, I know what, I'm just gonna copy paste these.
I was about to say, anyway, just like you give a handout to everybody. I ain't gonna. Names are hard for my brain to remember.
All right, yeah, you know what? That's an easier way to do things. We're gonna go in notes. All right, so these are the list of people that you guys are looking for.
Much better.
Camanellas is the wizard master of that boy that you took in.
What a name. And it was established that they're all foreigners. You know, they're not natives of the city.
Yep.
So, are they really important?
Yeah, because we are supposed to specifically be on duty for, and we're arranged for this festival. Having foreigners come in, tourists come in and disappear is gonna fuck with our tourism bucks.
Yeah.
The central economy is the most important.
Alright. So with that, you guys entered the Dragonfly Pagoda, and we are going to take you on the map. You guys can place yourself near the entrance.
It was not like going into detail, but we're at a hostage situation between kobold laborers, non-kobold laborers, and some foreign lady who seems to be in charge of all of this. This is ultra blurry, and then
Hold on.
roll
Put
20 is
yourselves
not.
back here. Put yourselves back there.
Oh, there it is. Roll 20 was being blurry as AF. Nakamura Kimchi, aka
Alright, we just need Majora and Mateus on the
Oh,
board.
I was on mute, so I wouldn't interrupt anyone. I can't place my token myself.
Oh, right. I don't know why that is.
Neither do I.
Why is Ken stuff all grayed out and weird to me?
Oh, because he has a different theme. Because Hawk said the black and white theme was easier on his eyes.
Oh, I didn't know you could change
Mikhail, can
that.
you drag your token?
My,
Where the hell?
In the journal?
It's in bio.
he has a hand crossbow?
Yeah. It's probably part. Put yourself where everyone else is.
It's his only range thing he has.
He doesn't have a
He
auto.
just got that hand crossbow.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He said he
Alright.
wanted something running.
Alright, so you guys come up to this temple, and you can see that all of the walls in this particular part, you know, the entrance, are indeed of that, like, strong paper. It's obviously it's open. You can just slide the door open. As you look inside, you can see that the air in this pavilion is significantly warmer, the heat radiating pleasantly up from the tile floor. Large semicircular basins protrude from the thick wooden walls to the north and the south, their warm water constantly draining away and being replenished by burbling dragon-headed fountains mounted on the walls above them. To the east and west, lattice. What is that word?
Lattice. Lattice.
Balustrades of fine dark wood demarcate the edges of the pavilion, with a walkway continuing to the structure to the east.
So it's very fancy looking inside.
Yes, and as you guys step in, Ken's going to just kind of stop and stoically say, "It's customary in these temples to wash your face and hands in the waters."
Okay. You should go wash your face and hands in the waters. But first, we were told they were trapped, so let me at least look at the dragon heads first.
All right.
So, gonna march my happy ass in here and like look at one and then go look at the other. Was it perception? Is that the check we use?
Yep.
Okay. I forgot we don't have investigation.
All right. So you can immediately see that the kobolds are crafty. They've rigged pressure tiles. All of the tiles in between the two fountains are pressure tiles.
Oh, of course they are.
So you stepped on it.
But
Wow.
also, you see that there is a kobold hiding behind one of the fountains. Let me. And on alert and eyeing you very closely. She notices that you've seen her, and she starts freaking out.
Hey, hold on. Like, we're not. Don't want any trouble. Let's just have a talk here. Let's just turn these little pressure plates off and have a chat. We understand that there is you all not getting paid your dues, and there's some people inside. So perhaps you could get us a representative.
You want to help?
Yes, we want to make sure everyone gets what they want. We all go home.
So she's going to like come up here and she clicks something around there and then runs over here and clicks something around here and then walks over the tiles. Nothing happens.
See? Yeah, let's we can all be friends at the end of this.
Okay, I'll take my gun out and empty the clip, and then load another thing. It was demonstrated for me, Mitch.
So yeah, she's gonna look at you with big old eyes. The battle master's gone crazy. We didn't want it to go this far.
Battle Master?
Alright, well,
I'm gonna
maybe we
look
can
at
have
the
a talk with
lady
him.
running this fucking place and go, Battle Master?
She like
look at you and shrug.
she doesn't understand like that combination of words in common, so she just kind of shrugs.
What the fuck do you have a Battle Master amongst your kobold labor force for?
Who is the battle master?
Hang on, let me find his name. Or her name, actually. How far down is this? Jesus. Ricaric. Ricaric is our battle master. We're all a clan.
Okay, and Ricaric is upset?
Ricaric wants more money and wants to kill the hostages.
Oh, that's really bad. Why? How much money were you all getting before?
I thought we were getting paid enough. It was enough to eat, but he wanted more and more. He also wants ownership of the building, and well, we did build it. I understand that.
But you were hired to build it by somebody else.
Yes.
So he can't own the thing that he was hired to do. Maybe he misunderstands. Can we talk to him?
He's not supposed to be in charge of the clan, though. He may be the battle master, but the sorcerer is our leader, and they are not agreeing.
Okay. Can we talk to the sorcerer then, since the sorcerer seems to be the more level-headed?
We just want to go home, so if you could help, yes, I'll help you. I'll turn off the traps.
Yes. We want to make sure everyone goes home safely.
All right. So she starts leading you towards this this room here, and you guys can all move up.
Alright. No traps, right?
So she steps up here and she walks like right where she is, and she holds out her hand. She says, "Wait, they're trying to help us. Do not attack."
Wait! I gotta wash my face.
Oh yeah, Ken does usher you all to do that.
Alright, anyway.
All right. So you see these two other kobolds be like, "These humans can't be trusted. Are you sure?"
Human.
Whoa. That's just two of them.
They
I'm
see
a pretty.
Ken and Mateus first.
Oh, I'm
So
not
we have
human.
this guy over
I
here with
immediately tell
me.
them that I assure you that humans are the most trustworthy species you'll ever encounter.
Why are we trying to lie to them though?
Why would we lie
I
to
don't know
them?
what you mean by that.
So they like gulp and look at these giant figures in front of them, and they're like, "Okay, we turn traps off. We trust you, but you betray us. We shoot."
It's alright.
I
We're
have
trying to be.
to. Could you tell your little friends that assaulting an officer is against the law?
Yeah. So she looks very concerned. She's like, "No, lower your weapons. We don't want any bloodshed."
Yeah, Majora's gonna pull out his badge. Yeah, we're Edgewatch. We're part of the Edgewatch here. We're here to help. It's all shiny and stuff.
All right. So these guys are gonna go around, turn off all the traps that would have sprayed boiling water on you. Fun stuff.
Would have
Would
been
have been
very
awful.
annoying.
I
And
just wash my face, get hit with hot water.
all right, so you guys move on into the next room, and
Yay!
they are all gonna. Whoa, hold up there. Go to the stairs.
I didn't mean to just go like fucking flying across the room. All right, you move ahead. Ah!
Someone's got the zoomies.
All right, hang on.
The heads up. My food's gonna be here in a minute. So,
All right.
so it's like a whole dojo they're building here. What was this supposed to be again?
It's a pagoda.
Okay.
From
All right.
what?
So have we fought Kareem Abdul-Jabbar yet?
Nope.
I call Kareem.
Man, look, as long as we don't have to like fight the dude that comes out of like the submarine at the bottom of the ocean, I'm cool.
All right. So up in this next chamber, 4 walls of this octagonal chamber are lined with low stone benches. Beneath each bench is a honeycomb of small, built-in cubbies. On the walls, colorful tile mosaics portray a tranquil stream winding through a deep forest, with tiny, half-hidden humanoid creatures peeking furtively out from between the branches, behind trunks or underneath the rocks. An ornate brass seal depicting a winding dragon is embedded in the center of the room's wooden floor. Soft flute-like music emanates from around the room, along with a gentle breeze. Bronze double doors to the west and east are the room's only exits.
Okay, so where our guide leading us now?
All right. So, she. Hang on, sorry. I gotta find her. Back here. You see her like get up on one of the benches and then like climb to the ceiling, and she turn. You see her crank something, and you can see that there was like holes in the top of the ceiling that would have shot darts down.
Oh God. Kobolds really are great at building traps. This is so intricate.
Guess with an unlimited budget, you can really afford the good stuff.
But,
I could have tanked it all.
Clearly, they weren't paying these people enough.
all right. Now you guys are free to choose which way you're going to go.
She's supposed to be taking us to her leader. I'm not fucking gonna be searching around here. They got one time to hit me with some bullshit, and that's all against the law.
She turns around, and these guys are behind you too. And she looks at Mateus. She says, "You look heavy. Are you able to jump?
Why?
We're going to have to jump."
Half
I
And then,
didn't jump.
and then she opens the door, and you guys see this.
Oh, the floors aren't done.
All right, so do we hear like the Lavender Town music?
Bum, 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 bum.
I don't like this.
Oh man, we're gonna get we're gonna
Is
get
there
knocked for
any?
this.
Is there a safe path you can take without jumping?
Nope. Because the stairs are on the other side right here.
Okay.
Well, how far down is the ground?
You can see that it's about 30 feet.
Oh,
Holy shit! I'm gonna get stuck down there for a whole afternoon.
yeah. How attached are you to your ankles?
And
Pretty attached.
she points. She says, "Don't step there, there, and there."
I am not gonna remember that. I'm gonna watch
All right,
her
I'll
make
just.
this trip.
All right, she's just gonna point them out, and I'll just, you guys can see.
Okay.
She says we rigged them so that they would fall through.
What's the distance between this? Like what, 5 feet?
Yeah.
10. Because this is the closest gap, but there's like a thing right there.
I mean, I can
So
probably make it because my athletics is pretty high, but I don't know about the rest of you losers.
I'm
Well,
gonna
is it
try and make
athletics
it.
or acrobatics?
Probably both.
I'm gonna try and aim here.
All right, I'll be back in a second. My food's here.
All right, we'll wait for Clarence to get back.
Can I make a roll from here to here?
That's like right in between the weak spots.
Yeah, so.
You'll probably fall through.
But it's in between. It's not the weak spots.
All right, you can try.
All right.
Well, let's wait for Clarence.
Fool, he's not important to this game. I tell him how to run his character anyway.
Oh yeah, totally.
yeah, without you, Mikhail, we wouldn't know anything in these books. You're like an encyclopedia.
I know. That's what I keep telling you every day.
Yeah, anytime I have a question about a ruling, I just ask Mikhail, and Mikhail just bestows upon me this wisdom, this utter knowledge I've never heard.
I was born with.
Innate knowledge about this game.
Let's fail these checks, boys, so we can have something funny happen.
All right, Mateus, since you walked closer that way, though, Mateus, could you make me a perception check?
I thought perception was passive in this game.
Nope, that's 5e.
Damn it.
5th edition ruined you.
All right, so you have the faint smell, Mateus, of blood from this direction.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm going in that direction then.
All right. You guys can attempt to jump across. It is a DC 12 athletics.
Oh.
Not very high.
Mateus, where are you going?
This direction.
Why?
Because I smell blood.
Oh.
And then I jump over there. That's 23. Does that make it?
Yeah, you make it. You see the kobolds behind you. They're like, don't. And then they shut their mouths immediately.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So, what do I see?
Okay, so there's a door there, and then you open the door, and you can see this room.
Okay.
Do we
I'm
see
gonna need
this?
immediate backup, and you see me draw my
I
like
rush into the
training
fucking
sword.
room.
I
What
need to jump
happened?
too.
All right, so
Oh
you got
yeah,
jump over.
you
I go.
can see.
We got.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
can
go
see
ahead.
from there, Max. You can see
All right,
that
so
there's a
basically,
pile of bodies.
I immediately turn around, go. I need some backup. Pig guy jumps in the room. I immediately say, "We got bodies, sir. A lot of
Hop over
bodies."
there immediately.
Go for
That's
these kobolds
that's
to
some
get on the
criminal
ground.
shit. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
You don't see any kobolds in this room. You just see,
Yeah, bodies.
yeah, how many bodies?
These 3 are with us. They're getting
Yeah.
handcuffed now.
Okay, you're gonna handcuff them.
Yep, they're getting restrained.
All right, so Ken and Murphy put the cuffs on them, and they're gonna hold them there. But hang on a second here.
Can we lead this one to this room so they're all 3 together?
I want to check to see if everyone in this pile is dead.
Well, do you want to cuff this one because she's helping you?
They've all
The
been
other
helping
two are.
us, but I see bodies now, and they're no longer helping us.
All right. Well, okay. Let's regroup. All right. You guys are still down there. They're in here. Are you guys gonna go up with them to check on the bodies?
I need to now question these 3.
All right. Well, hang on. I need to find something here.
This is escalated. At first, I just thought they were holding hostages. Now people are dead. That changes things.
I'm gonna draw my hand crossbow as well.
All right. You can tell Max and Mateus that these people were killed elsewhere and they were just dumped in this room. You would wager probably a few hours ago.
Any ideas on those over there? I'm gonna question these 3 here. See what happened.
Yeah. Okay. So they're all confirmed dead though. Like nobody's
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Two
Alright, is
humans,
that-
a dwarf, and a gnome, and you can tell by their uniforms they were workers.
Okay. Well, this is turned into a criminal case now.
They had
All right.
hostages. It was a criminal case.
No, we could have resolved this, within our discretion. But now there's bodies, so that escalates things.
All right. So you want to start questioning these kobolds? What do you ask them?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for Sylphie's help because she's a great lie detector. So, what exactly happened over there? Why is there a bunch of bodies in the room? Who are they?
They all immediately try to talk at the same time, and it's variations of I don't know. We were on guard. And you can make a perception check
Oh, okay. Wrong sheet.
because there's no insight.
I'm usually good at this. I rolled a 6.
Sylphie and Ken may make this too.
You
Yeah.
fucking lying.
What's
I
the
guess.
perception check for?
For telling if they're lying or not.
I want to press my hand crossbow into the blue one's forehead and say, "You guys said this was everything was all copacetic or peaceful in here."
I thought it was.
And I'm
don't
doing
know
the
what
lie to me
happened.
thing.
Using deception instead.
Yeah.
All right. So she is genuinely cowering in fear and crying. The other two are a bit more standoffish. She genuinely seems not to know what's going on.
They were rats.
So how about you two? What do you know?
We were told that hostages would be killed if anyone tried to do anything, but you haven't attacked us yet. We didn't think anything would happen.
All right, I'm gonna walk back out there. Like, hey, how old are those bodies?
Few hours. At most.
All right, walk back in. They've been dead for a few hours, so, and I know no one walked in here to do nothing until we got here.
We've been guarding and setting up traps the whole time, the more white-scaled one says.
Someone knew these
Are
bodies
they
weren't
lying?
there.
You don't think they're lying. They go through the process of how they set up all these traps and how long it took, and they assumed that their battle master had all the hostages in this room. They point. Oh wait, you guys can't see it, but in this
Across
direction.
the way. Okay.
Yeah, the one up the stairwell. Yeah, they were told that all the hostages were going to be held there, and they've been building the traps and then on guard the entire time.
How the fuck? There must be a way to get there without jumping then. There's no way they fucking drag those bodies and then toss them over the thing. And then
Let's
drag
do a
them in here.
perception check.
You can see that there is, yeah.
Can we? Can we?
I'm rushing down here then.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm following him.
Hang on. Perception check, please.
There's criminality afoot here, and I'm not gonna stand for it.
Yep,
You're
he's
really not.
definitely not going to stand for it.
Hang on.
His justice boner is showing now.
It's a really
Is it
weird way to
Jonas?
build a floor.
You can tell that they actually cut the floor out. It was already finished. They cut it out.
Saw marks.
All right, Max. You see that this entire room, like these spider webs you see were a trap. You immediately saw it rather than running straight into it. But you could see how you might not have noticed it if you were rushing. Other than that, you don't see anything of note in this room, but you know that it was trapped.
I tell Mateus, watch out for the webs.
Webs.
Yeah. Probably
Oh, fucking spiders, the worst of the worst species on this planet.
Speaking of spiders, Sophie,
Yeah.
you see from the bottom of the stairwell that you guys came up, your little spider friend comes back.
Oh, yeah, I was about to
Wait,
ask you
wait,
about that.
And Spider, what are you doing here?
Nobody else seems to notice the spider. It just kind of walks up to you, runs up to your shoulder, and
Just for sweet nothings.
it's just gonna be like, I didn't find anything.
Oh, okie dokie.
I couldn't get into I couldn't get into the building. I tried everything.
Man, a
Didn't
bug-proof
threaten enough
building.
people.
That's impressive.
Remember that this is not a tiny spider, or like a house spider. This is a tiny sized spider. It's much bigger than a normal spider.
It's like what, tarantula size?
Give or take, yeah. A little bit bigger than a tarantula.
Ah, okay. Well, at least you managed to track us down. Good spider.
Yep.
I pet its head.
It's your familiar. It knows where you are at all times.
Does it?
Yeah, you guys are linked.
Could you imagine? I got lost. How? We're linked. On very bad directions.
Well, we're just both lost.
All right, so first, before Mateus and Max go up there, any more questions you want to ask of these kobolds?
So, okay. So, what do you two know about this battle master? Why is he being this way? Because it looks like he is now presumably the perpetrator of murder.
So the blue one speaks up immediately, and she just says, he kept asking more and more and more from the architect, and the sorcerer tried to calm him down, and he attacked, and then there have been two factions now.
Okay. So, who told you to build all these traps?
Battle Master.
Okay. So then, which faction are you a part of then?
I don't want to be a part of any faction. The other two are like the Battle Master.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put some more
Quite
cuffs
proudly.
on them.
More
Double
cuffs.
cuff 'em.
Yeah, I'm cuffed their
Gotta cuff
ankles.
their legs now.
They're going into, you know how like you cuff their ankles and then you put the cuffs from the ankles to the wrist, so they're like on the floor in an awkward position. They're getting that treatment.
That strong silk stuff. It
Make
just
sure you
comes out
put
of
some
nowhere.
muzzle on them. They bite.
I don't have
They're
muzzles.
being cooperative. They're being a little standoffish, but all of them are being cooperative.
Look,
I'm about to
you wanna put traps
cooperate
up?
that
I get
this
that.
Battle Master's skull on my fucking nightstick in a second.
Do we
Alright.
leave Ken and RoboCop here? to guard them?
Yeah, Ken and Murphy can watch them. You've disarmed their weapons. They're handcuffed. They can't really do anything. Have you looked at the stats of those handcuffs? They're fucking powerful.
I use my silk cuffs.
Well, those would be considerably less powerful than your steel handcuffs. But anyway, yes, you can meet up with Mateus and Max over there as they're going up there. Ken and Murphy will watch your prisoners unless you guys have any more questions
Jump
before you head up
this-
there.
Well, don't we still need at least one of them to point out where the other traps are?
She says that those were the only traps as far as they know.
Okay. Then I guess we'll have to leap across and go short way.
It was 12, right?
Yeah, 12.
Oh man, that means I have to fail this.
Can Spider ride on my shoulder? Or does Spider gotta make its own? Or I can just
No,
climb.
your spider can climb on you, so it's fine.
Let me see if my
If your familiar's with you, I assume it's on your person.
Okay, I'm just gonna have it sit on my head.
Alright, okay. Like, I should point out, I use Clarence's rules. Your familiar basically doesn't exist unless you're using it to do something, then it's fair game. That sound fine?
Yeah. I'm
yes.
walk
All
over
right.
here up to these guys. Oh my
Majora,
god.
I need you to make me a reflex save.
I'm very bad at athletics checks. I thought acrobatics was the jumping thing. It is not. It's athletics.
Don't worry, I'll save you.
You'll say
Don't
what's up.
worry. I don't even notice that you fell.
Alright. So you see Majora like
I don't see shit. Like the only
Wait,
reason I'm still sitting right here is because I've already.
wait. You're telling me a goddamn bird can't jump over a fucking small thing?
No.
yeah, you guys would see this as you're running up. Because Sophie already made the jump. You guys see it across the way.
I mean, I would not have seen any of this. The only reason I stopped is because you made me. I would have already been in there while they were fucking talking to these people.
Alright. Well, Sophie sees it. Majora jumps across and his feet hit the side and he almost does a backflip, but then catches himself with his talons on the wood.
Are we serious that a bird can't make a 10-foot jump?
He didn't
Yep.
flap his wings.
Yeah, can't. Not that kind of bird.
All right,
Technically,
so
he made it,
you guys go in first, Mateus and Max, and then everybody else is gonna meet up shortly. But you see in this room, let me reveal them.
Well, I'm gonna actually lag back and check over these bikes since I'm the medicine guy and see what I can really like.
All right, we'll do that in a minute. Everybody else get in that room.
This room?
Yeah. All right. Let me get a picture of this guy up for it, or girl.
Can you accept her pronouns properly, sir? You're really offending me.
Sorcerer?
No, this is the Battle Master.
Oh.
Hang on, sorry. I have too many folders.
It gets really serious when you have folders and side folders.
Mm.
I have folders and folders.
Oh man, that's serious.
You have folders and folders.
But you have folders inside folders inside folders inside folders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. That's how
All
serious
right.
it is.
So you can see that they have 2 human hostages with them. I don't have them on the map, but they have 2 human hostages. And as soon as you walk in there, this girl kobold, holds a knife to one of the hostages' throat. Ah, negotiator.
She can speak English? English?
They all have been speaking common to you.
I just assume, only if you could, the ones with green cards.
Well,
Okay, so like upon seeing like the knife and the hostage, Max stops in place. Well, oh boy, his nightstick is really bent right now.
come to agree to my demands, have you?
No, sir. We do not agree to the demands of terrorist, foreign and/or domestic. We will actually tell you exactly what we are going to do, and should you harm the hostages, then you will receive a more severe punishment, some far worse than death in the court of law. Dun 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum,
Well,
Did he start like breaking out like that?
my partner here is correct. You got 2 choices as far as I see it right now. You harm this civilian right in front of me, I'm going to consider that assault. And then I'm going to beat you to death right here, right now. And
I'm
nothing
going to
in
classify
this,
it as a third-degree murder, sir.
and
Just to put
nothing
that
in
out.
this room is going to fucking stop me. Or you can take that fucking knife away from that civvy's throat, surrender, and you'll get to live to see your court date.
Big man, don't shift.
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh, that is the wrong thing. Wait, no, this is right. 15.
Hang on a second.
Or like a 6.
I feel that.
All right. Why is Sophie not in the room?
Because you said everyone who was over there to get in there, and we were catching up.
No,
so-
I said for you to get in there because Zach's doing another thing right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were running up with them.
All right, come in after you guys make your intimidation
Is that
checks.
your new marker?
Huh?
Is that your new place marker?
No, that's my familiar. It's a spider.
Oh, it's just on
It's
top
on my
of your
head.
Oh,
It's sitting there on my head.
freak
All right.
the fuck out.
So she contemplates for a moment, and she looks at you with stern eyes, and then she looks at Mateus.
I have my hand on my actual sword, not my training sword.
And there's a tense moment of silence. The knife ever closer to the throat.
The closer that knife gets to that dude's throat, the more my nightstick starts to bend.
She says, "I disagree," and you guys can make a reflex save to try to stop the knife from slitting.
I'm going to use my liberating step.
All right. You use your liberating step, and this guy is able to get out of her grapple and step away, but he kind of bounces into the other prisoner and falls over. But she missed his throat.
I am immediately hitting her as hard as I can.
All right, hang on. All right, so that is where combat's going to begin. So we are going to roll initiative.
What do I roll for this one?
You're going to be doing athletics. So is Mateus. Sylphie, you're going to be using your perception.
Wait, we're using athletics for
Yeah,
that?
the little drop down menu next to initiative under
Okay,
perception.
yeah, I got it. Got 14. What special thing do I have to do so you can add me to the thing again?
You gotta click your token
I
before
didn't.
You
you.
didn't
Okay,
even have a thing up, so it doesn't matter because my token was clicked.
all right, let me.
Fucking just screwing shit up.
I just remember there was a thing he always said that we had to do.
You have to click on your figure in order for it to show up on the thing if he had put it up.
I got 4.
My
10.
bad. My bad. They're gonna use perception. Mateus, what did you roll?
14.
Okay. Max, what did you roll?
23.
23. And then Ricaric rolled 19. Okay. So, hang on, we're gonna say the 2 hostages are in these 2 spaces.
You don't have tokens for them?
I don't. Hang on, why is that? Thank you. Okay. Descending. Okay. Max, you're up first.
Alright. So I'm hitting this person as hard as I can. Like I can't do power attack. But man, if I had it, I'd be putting my entire life into this fucking nightstick strike. Alright?
Alright.
So that's
Oh,
boom.
I want to see that 20. Oh, it's a 1.
Yep, I'm gonna re-roll it. I'm gonna use my thingamajig.
Yep,
Re-roll it.
you're one inspiration.
Yep. 13.
That is not going to hit.
Everything's AC is
Motherfucker.
high.
You can still make other attacks though.
I'll do an athletics check to grab.
Let me see here. That is gonna be. Oh, that does not make it. All right.
What?
That's a 19 DC.
Slippery little shits, aren't they?
Slippery thing, yeah, for that. Dexterity must add to this shit. Lucky that this is the second
No,
thing
it
that
has
I
a
did.
+9 to athletics, so it's a 19 DC.
Yeah, it's lucky this is the second thing that I did. Alright, I'm just gonna say after missing these 2 attacks, anybody else who helps her is also gonna face the same sentence. That'll be my turn. So that'll be my one warning.
You can make a diplomacy check with that.
Diplomacy, no. Intimidate.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
I'm not charming. This
Hey,
isn't
Jace.
like
Yeah.
Click on the art library and just go to the free assets thing. You can get free tokens from
It's
there.
fine. Brandon marked it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, so 3 of these guys stand down and run over here. They drop their weapons and stand down. This other one is going to try to stab you though.
okay, you're getting it.
Oh, you get arrested, and you get arrested.
Arrested.
Oh.
Arrested.
All right.
Oh, no.
This
So 12.
This little dude like does not give a shit about what you're trying to get him to do, and he stabs you good, like right in your gut.
Man, okay, so he stabs me good, and all I do, because I'm still looking at their battle leader, like I stop for a moment, like this like gets me to stop moving, and I look down at the wound, then I slowly look at the kobold who did it. And then I breathe really hard so like steam comes out my nostrils.
Snort.
Tonight, you.
He gulps and tries to stab you again.
Nope.
And again.
Nope. I'm picturing him just trying to pull the spear out of my gut now and fucking harden it up.
Yeah, we're gonna say that was like his 2 other attack attempts, was trying to like wedge his spear out, and he just looks over this looming pig figure and just like gulps deeply. All right. Karik is going to attack you though with a great pick. Ah! That's not
Nope.
gonna hit.
Oh man, that fatal D12, that's scary.
Too bad it missed.
Oh, okay. Wait, hang on.
I'm waiting and hanging on.
Okay, so this makes 2 different attacks, and
Adjacent to 2 or more enemies makes the movement. Units different enemy. Not towards them open to
Oh, 3 strikes. Jeez.
Just flat footed until the beginning of her next turn.
So one
Okay.
attack, or so 2 actions, they'll do 3 attacks.
What the fuck is this 30?
Oh my
Yep.
god.
and then all right.
That fatal D12 procs.
All right. So one of those is gonna hit you, Max.
I'm
For
going to I'm gonna liberating step that, or I'm going to defense that and take some of the damage.
all right. So Max, what's your AC?
My AC is 18.
All right. So that would have crit you. So what's your liberating step? Remove 6, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So
Currently,
that's
yeah.
2 piercing damage. As you can tell that Mateus kind of shielded you there. Mateus, do you have your shield out?
Yes. Shield block is there.
Okay, so you don't get hit at all, actually.
Clank.
All right, so she does that. Her turn's over. Mateus.
Okay. I am going to, as a police officer, I'm going to take a defensive step, basically like guarding him. So this is my guarding thing. What is that called again?
You moving in my space for that?
I don't have to, but this is more just me like visualizing what I'm doing. Like I'm stepping in front of you and trying to de-escalate as a police officer should. Trying to look for the details on the thing though that I can
You're
do.
trying to grapple this guy
I'm going to no. I'm
or
actually going to
girl?
spend this turn making a diplomacy check, asking, begging, as a police officer of the law, that I will write that they literally that none of these attacks happen, and that they'll just do some time,
I'll
or they
allow
can
that
be
as
put to
your whole
death.
turn.
All right, so this is my diplomacy check, trying to basically say, hey, look, you could be put to death, and we have the means to do it. Just de-escalate, and you just do some time. Did that go through?
Make your diplomacy check, please.
So I didn't know if it went through. I clicked it.
Yes, 21.
Okay, let me roll. That guy
I'm
turns
in
down.
between Pig Guy and her.
All right, we're gonna jump out of combat here because they do stand down.
Thank you.
They see that like he got that clean ass hit on Max, and that just made him more angry, and they drop their weapons.
Or he drops his weapon and just stays lodged inside of me while I'm still looking down, pissed as fuck.
And then I go call for Majora. I call for Majora and say we need help with wounded right here. But I'm gonna use my lay on hands on him right now.
All right, that'll yeah. You can just click your lay on hands ability, your spell.
Right.
But we're gonna cut back to Majora. All right, so you're looking over these bodies. What do you want to know about them?
Anything my message deck will tell me.
No, it was right there.
All right, so yeah, you know everything that they already picked up just by looking at them. They've been dead for a few hours.
What were they
You can.
killed by?
They were killed by a knife to the throat, slashed.
Okay.
Your hands down, blah, blah, blah.
Is there any identification on them?
The first 2 bonus to AC. Wow, okay.
I didn't roll the damage.
Yeah, why didn't it?
Oh, so you just restore 6 hit points. If the target is one of your allies, they may also gain. Okay. So you just gained 6 back.
Heighten +1. The amount of healing increases by 6 and the damage to non-melee business by the enemies.
For 1 round. So you automatically just gain 6
So
health
it's like
back.
a spell now?
Yeah.
Is it?
He can use once every 10 minutes.
It's a focus spell. Yeah, he can meditate for 10 minutes to get it back. It's basically a one at a time ability, but he can meditate to get it back.
Okay, so heighten though. Is automatically heightened to his level, right?
Yeah.
Oh, heightened +1. So when we get access to like 2nd level spells, then it's heightened 1, and so on and so forth.
When do we get access to 2nd level focus spells?
Or 2nd level spells, period. So we're at level 6. I think Sylvia's level has 2nd level spells now, so he actually heals 12.
Wait, we're level
Okay.
6. Is that level 1?
No, you're level 3.
Oh,
I'm
we're level
about to
3?
say.
Okay, so then Sylvie, does Sylvie have 2nd level spells right now?
This is
Yeah.
Mateus doing this
Right.
one.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but
but
it
it's-
goes it
It
goes off
goes
of that spell
by
progression.
because every spell progression is 9th level caster if they are a spellcaster.
Okay.
So he heals 12
Yeah.
now.
Damn, that's almost all the damage I just fucking took.
I go, are you all right?
The spear pops out. I can't even fucking talk right now. Like
All right,
movement
I'm
speed,
going
it
to
is all
literally.
I'm doing. Oh, let me describe what I'm doing. All I'm
Go ahead,
doing
go.
is staring right at the kobold who stabbed me with like complete death in my eyes, unmoving. Like basically I'm like a fucking breathing statue right now. And like you can see like the veins on like all over my muscles like bulging out. Like I want to choke him out right now, but he's not attacking me. So I'm just like waiting for him to do anything aggressive right now.
There's a long moment of silence. This little kobold's legs are just quivering, and then you hear a plop behind him.
Did they just lay an egg? Did he lay an egg?
He shit himself.
Was it an aggressive plot? Because that counts too.
It's pretty aggressive, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fucking snatch him up.
Poops
No,
in
no,
defiance.
Can I just ask, like, can I just free action ask? Look, can we just like, just for a second, Max, just like let's let our heads do the talking instead of our actions. Officer Max, please, can we let our heads do the talking instead of our actions this one time? He's already shit his pants. He's
Like
soiled
I'm
himself.
fucking breathing so fucking hard.
They don't have pants.
I'm
you just
asking,
shit on the ground.
I'm not even putting my hands on you or anything like that. I'm literally just like my hands are up and shit. Like you got a gun. Like, sir, just like please, can we let our heads do the talking instead of our actions? I go. He just aggressively shit himself. I think he understands.
You know, by holding him, you're bringing the shit closer to you, more likely to get on you.
It's just on the ground.
Yeah, but hanger-ons might dribble onto a foot.
Hang around. Alright, so I'm just going. Okay, I'm gonna fucking stand down for right now, but I'm gonna leave the room. I'm so fucking mad.
All right.
I've already left the room.
He didn't
Yes,
want to be a
the,
witness to the assault you were gonna do. All right, we
I
gotta read these
fucking
guys.
you
All right.
hear like wood being like fucking ripped out.
All right. I'm going to tell the battle master. I go, what would you like me to call you?
Rakaric.
Rakaren. All right, look.
what
I'm
was
gonna
I being
put in a
called for?
word. All right, look, we gotta make arrests on the 5 of them. The 3 over there, they need to be arrested properly. And then I'll read these 2 their rights. They decided to come in and just like take the general consequences to go to court. They came in peacefully as I look at you and nod. And then I look back at them and nod.
Yep, they all have their hands on their heads.
Like I know, I'm just like looking at her and making like a gesture, like they came in peacefully, right?
Yes.
All right, and then I basically start slapping the cuffs on these 2 over here while he
You
goes
guys
and
do
does
not
the
have
2
enough
other ones.
handcuffs for this.
All right,
You all have one pair of handcuffs apiece.
All right, I'm gonna handcuff these 2 together with my 1 pair, and just put tie a rope around that, and just say, "Come on." I'm gonna. Are the 2 hostages awake?
Yeah, they're kind of relieved, but they seem no worse for wear.
All right,
How
so
are we
I
gonna get
walk
them?
over to them and I
How are we
go,
gonna get them
"Hey,"
across that gap?
I get, I don't know, man. I'm kind of stressed
They
because
look
dealing
pretty
with
on.
Max
fit.
was
They
a
can
little heavy.
probably make it.
There's some
Yeah.
boards here. Hold on.
Oh yeah, we can carry some of these boards. So I'll grab a board.
Is
He
that
grab a board.
are those
I'm
doors
fucking
back in
making
that
it
room?
worse over here. Like I tore this fucking piece of wood up,
You're
broke
making
it
it
over
worse.
my fucking leg.
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
need some stuff. I'm walking
so-
over here. Hey, Max, what happened? You look like you got stabbed.
But just so you know what I'm doing, so I can just be quiet real quick,
Yeah,
Jace.
yeah.
I'm going to I use one pair of handcuffs on these two hand, and then just tie the rope around them. So they're not like heavily cuffed, just one hand is cuffed. And then the two hostages, I'm gonna tell them to go ahead and leave now while the officers are out. So I escort them around them or whatever and stuff, so they ease up, and then yeah, and tell them to get them out, and then I'm going to ask politely that everyone line up in a file and start filing out, one by one in a line. So,
All right.
and that's just pretty much how I'm going to walk them out of here. Not super aggressive, but halfway aggressive. Or sternly, sorry, stern, but not
All right.
aggressive.
I'm gonna move all these dudes to here.
Are those doors in that back room that we just left?
Yes. Rakarik will tell you that this sorcerer still has more hostages on the top floor.
All right, but I gotta take care of the current people that I have, so I'll let the rest of my group handle that. So I'm gonna escort my guys back. I just need one other person to go with me. The rest can handle the rest.
Oh, we can have
Well,
Or we can
Murphy
go.
and
We
Ken
can
can
go
watch
up. We
them.
can go up as a group.
and yeah, Murphy and Ken can just look after these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That'll work.
I assume you disarm them all. Do you want
Yeah.
me to list off their items?
Okay. I'm going to. Yeah. Let me get to.
Well, yeah, we might as well wait because we're probably gonna
Yeah,
have to
we're gonna.
take
Yeah,
care of
let's wait till
stuff
the
from the
end,
other
unless it's
people too.
something like.
Right.
Yeah, everything's just
All
trapped in
right.
the corner for now.
We're gonna leave them there with Ken and Murphy. You guys.
I placed a murder weapon in a bag because I assumed that dagger was
Yeah, you can
Rakarik
tell that
has.
knife was the thing that was used to.
Yeah, that gets in Evan's bag. Got my gloves on.
You only
know,
get the
Oh.
one pair.
The rest of this place isn't trapped too, is it?
Seeing the poop on the
No.
ground, I'm gonna pull my gloves on.
That's evidence that you have
Yeah.
this.
I'm not. No.
The ones that were talking to you before, especially the blue one, seems to be the most helpful. Her name's Dupa. She says the building is too structurally unsound. The higher up you go, for us to have made traps up there.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna stomp up the stairs.
hey Max, why are you mad? Why is there a hole in your uniform? What happened?
Is there?
You're not answering.
Okay.
Is there like
Alright.
a board of wood? I see this pile of supplies. Is there one that's like 10 foot long?
Yeah,
Plank?
you can easily make a makeshift bridge over.
All right, I grab the plank and I'm gonna pass it to our bird friend. I hear you're good at balancing. You might be able to use this. And then I move on.
All right, so
Oh, the stairs go
I'm just-
down.
I'm just gonna
Those
Give
look
you-
unfinished.
give you over here is the top floor. To the right.
Start have to get one of those portable bridges.
Happy. Where's my character?
You got to move them over there.
Oh, wait. I can't find it. Oh, there you
Cue stair noises. Pop pop pop. Pop pop pop.
So what do we see him or do we gotta go in here?
Yeah, you got to open that door, and then you see that there are four more kobolds, and they have 3 hostages back here.
Do you want to take this one, Max, or you want me to lead off?
I just look down at Mateus and look down at like the broken nightstick that I have in my hand, and
That's like
I'm
the
gonna
third one.
fucking stand
Sweet.
aside because I have no words right now.
All right,
You
I'm
guys
gonna
okay?
step up when he steps to the
But
side.
I'm gonna be
and-
right behind him.
All right, so I'm gonna step up as he steps to the side, and I'm gonna unholster my training sword, which is just a longer baton, and hand that to him, and then open up the door.
No, you don't want to fucking unless
I
you
don't
want this
care.
shit
It's
broken.
fine.
So you
I
see
already know
that
what you do with them.
these kobolds all like raise crossbows at you guys as you guys are walking in, but then you see the one in the middle just raise her hand, and they all put their weapons down, and she starts walking out in front.
All right. I am the person doing the what do you call them?
Negotiations.
Negotiations for the group. So is there any way we can just immediately ask you to disarm, give us the hostages, and then be taken downtown?
I take it that you've already dealt with Rekarek.
Yes. She was very polite and allowed me to simply take her into custody. Are you willing to make the same deal, or do we have to take more extreme measures?
She
The deal is simple.
she looks
I
upon all of you all, and she says, "Are you willing to negotiate our wages? I do not
I
want the bloodshed that Rekarek did, but I do have a goal."
okay. Here's what I can do. Let's say you continue this hostage situation, then it doesn't matter what you do. They're not going to negotiate with your wages properly. You don't have the right kind of hostages or the right kind of people that they genuinely care about. But what I can do is allow you still the ability to make your negotiations with them. I can overlook this entire scenario should you come downtown with me. If you do not, then this will be classified as both assault and an attempt on life. And that will be a much greater cause for concern. Which do you propose is best?
She weighs her options. And then you see one of the hostages back there. They weren't like holding them at weapon point or anything. They were just kind of chilling back here. And one of the hostages actually steps up. It's a younger woman. And she says, "If they need someone to speak for them, they've been amazing workers, and I would be glad to call them friends. I will vouch for them."
I will gesture in her direction and say, you have one person who is no longer even classified as a hostage. She's willing to speak on your behalf. However, if you do not surrender these people peacefully, then you will lose her voice. Someone you were taking hostage moments ago.
My head is so sideways right now.
Would you like to just erase all of this and take a step backwards?
Make a diplomacy check for me, Matthias.
All right. There it is.
All right. So you see her look at her fellow kobolds, and she lowers her head and says, "Yes, drop your weapons. We will go peacefully. This isn't what we wanted. Rekarek
I
made
extend a
things
handshake.
difficult." And she,
All right.
she raises her hand to shake yours.
All right. My name is Officer Mateus. These, and I start naming off the other officers because I don't remember you guys' name. Max, Majora, Sophie. We all say that you came in peacefully. There was no cause for alarm. There was just a simple misguided information. This lady, and I asked the lady that said that she speak up for them's name.
Oh, we're just gonna say like Tammy or something.
All right,
Tammy.
Miss Tammy says that she wishes to speak on your behalf. I wish to speak on your behalf too, as an officer of the law in courts. So that's also something that could help. Is that
Very
a
well.
better deal?
Yes. These terms are fair.
Now hold on. Max is finally gonna speak up. I just want to know one thing: who ordered the execution of the people downstairs? Who carried it out?
I have the knife right here. Is abrasive from that Recaric person, so that Recaric person definitely did the killings himself.
I want to hear it from this one's mouth.
Your officer is correct. The reason I had a disagreement with Recaric was over the killings.
All right, that's all I need to hear. I'm just gonna fucking storm off downstairs.
Yeah, that's I'm pretty much just gonna go ahead and take that, start rounding these guys up, tell the hostages to go ahead and make their way out. Tell Miss Tammy to meet down later at the place they're gonna be locked up at our home base, headquarters or whatever and stuff, and then she can like give her formal statement there and continue on with making more statements in the negotiations. And we'll figure out how long they'll be. Probably won't be too long since everything came up peacefully and there was no big issue for concern here. Although we will have slight issue, probably regarding whatever
With
names even
Eric.
are, yeah, Recaric or whatever and stuff with the murders. That might be the only problem that may go
Yeah.
past due process. Other than that, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, I look at through the bodies. I can give a good report on how that was done.
Yeah,
Got the knife too.
you asked earlier. You didn't find any like proof of identification other than they were wearing a uniform. And
Okay,
said that they were working on this building. In fact, all the kobolds are wearing one too.
but they all had the same like neck wound from the knife.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's why I'm just gonna go. I'll allow her to follow us down. Majora in the back, taking up the flank, me in the front, or whatever and stuff, since we don't have the proper handcuffs, and we will march them out of here in downtown.
I'm going to I'm going to unbind the handcuffs binding Recaric with this other person and use my own personal handcuffs on Recaric because I'm escorting this one personally.
All right, we're going to move us back to the Absalom map. Now, you guys are taking everyone back to the precinct, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone and also the lady who was heading this operation.
All right.
So, like
Yes.
the hostages, the lady who was in charge, and all of these kobolds.
Everyone needs to give statements.
All right. So, Ken and Murphy, I guess, will stay back to cordon off the area, make sure nobody goes in, and you guys can head back to the station with the hostages and the architect and these kobolds in tow. You get back to the station, and Olo and the captain are seemingly the only ones around right now. Everyone's out on patrol, and they see a pack of kobolds behind you in cuffs, and this architect, and they were just kind of chatting about something, and they kind of slowly turn their heads, and they're
Max
like,
looks just as pissed now as when he got stabbed. He is still not over it.
so the chief is going to look at you all, and he's like, all right, what happened?
They came
They
in
hit me
peacefully.
with a spear, and I'm
They
gonna
came
toss the
in.
leader down in front of them.
They came in peacefully. There was some concern though.
We do have murder and assault and kidnapping and wrongful imprisonment.
Mateus agreed to say that they came in peacefully. Not Murphy. Max is not lying, but he is blaming it on the leader.
The chief is like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so
How many
from the beginning,
how many bodies did we find over there? Like three,
4.
four?
4.
4 bodies killed by
Yeah.
this one. They hit me
Here,
with a spear.
I can I can confirm the wounds. Major pulls out the bag with the knife in it. This is the dagger that was done. The fingerprints belongs to that kobold there.
I sent you all off just to find out about missing people. What the hell happened in there?
Look, Captain, there was a hostage situation. We couldn't just ignore it.
I All right,
Yeah.
hostage situation.
Yes, the Cobalt workers down there building that thing for these rich people here
Yeah, the
decided that they
pagoda.
weren't getting paid enough money and they decided to take hostages. One of the kobolds seemed to think it was a good idea to start cutting up and killing hostages. We
This
got there.
one, four
he's-
bodies.
Yeah,
Hit
trying
me
to
with
prove
the
a point,
spear.
pun intended.
You can see, like, he has his fucking paperboard or what you call it? Why can't I remember?
Clipboard?
Yeah, whatever those things are called, but clipboard, and like he's bending it like very very angrily right now. He's like, Abadar's fucking scales. We got a labor problem here today, a hostage situation. What the fuck is going on in this city?
And
Murder.
murder.
All right, you four. I assume the other two are back there coordinating everything off. Good job,
Yeah.
good job. All right. I'm gonna let you run the show on this. You brought him in. You resolved this as well as you could, and damn fine work today.
This is Mateus's job here. If it were me, this one wouldn't have made it back. And neither would that one. And point out the one that fucking hit me with the spear.
I'm gonna hold up some paperwork, looking out amongst all the dust people, like, all right, who wants to file this? And then I'm just gonna toss out
Olo
Olo's
immediately
desk and
grabs
walk
the
on out.
paper from you.
All
Oh,
right.
I got my
yes.
reports too. We'll sit down together and go through this.
Can I ask for a bio break? Because I gotta.
Yeah, we can take a bio break, but when we get back, the chief's gonna ask each of you to split up questioning a particular party. One of you can question the architect, one of you can question the two leaders, and one of you can question the rest of the kobolds, and then the other ones can question the workers.
Okay.
That sound good?
What are
Yeah.
we gonna be questioning for?
Getting their statements.
Again, statements, asking what happened, what led to this,
Yeah.
why they did it.
Plus, you guys went there looking for information about the people that were already missing.
Yeah, that's also something we're supposed to get information on.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, missing people.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
man.
was a whole nother thing from what you were sent there to go deal with.
Did we check the
I
bodies
told
for
you, if I'm
identification?
missing people, we found dead people. That's not the same. The man's gonna have my ass for this.
Find missing people, not dead people.
What'd you ask, Brandon?
Did we look? Or I was asking if Zach or Mikkel found any identifying
No,
paperwork.
there's no
No.
identification on the
No,
workers.
they just had uniforms, but the workers would be able to tell you who was among the slain.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
wrote
bio
down-
break, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the stage of history. suffered a loss, but their soul still burns.
You guys handled that pretty well.
I guess these kobolds had one
Alright, I'm
opportunity.
back.
I really was gonna kill the leader and that person who stabbed me right then, right there. I'm surprised Mateus even spoke up for him.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I got stabbed pretty fucking hard.
Couldn't even get the spear out of you, and then you made him shit himself.
Because I wanted it to be in me while I was beating him to death.
Shitality.
So, like, that kobold better put up a new shrine in his home and thank Mattias for his life. If he's going to
Okay,
get
I'm
beaten
back.
to death right then and there.
Welcome back,
Yeah,
Zach.
it's probably not a good idea to have Max here question the group with the person that stabbed him.
Yep. Once Brandon gets back, we'll decide who's gonna talk to who.
I was back before
And
you are, Mikkel.
Yeah,
All right.
he was.
Everybody's back and ready.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, the chief is gonna say, "Yep. All right. You guys brought them all in. I want you to see this all through. You guys can decide amongst yourselves who's gonna talk to which parties." And he points out the architect, the two leader kobolds, the battle master and the sorcerer, the group of kobolds themselves, and then the hostage workers. You guys can decide amongst yourselves who's
Me and
going
Boots will
to
take the murderer.
Boots.
Name
Yeah,
of
the
the
spider
spider.
on my head. His coloring makes it look like he's got boots at the end of his legs.
Name of Boots.
Chief's like quietly whispering something into Olo's ear. You can make a perception check if you want.
Sure, I like perceiving things. Where's that?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
I
hear
really
it.
like perceiving things.
Yeah,
I
you
reach
don't
in my
hear it.
pocket and I pull out my leftover sandwich from this morning and I start eating it. Share it with Boots,
Alright. So who are you talking to, Brandon?
the murderer.
The murderer and the sorcerer? Because you're talking to both of them at the same time.
Both of them at the same time. I thought it was one, then the other, then the kobolds, then the workers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait, so which way is it?
Well, you're going to talk to both of them, but one at a time. The kobold pack, they're going to be talking to one person individually. And we're just going to kind of do it as like a group thing so it goes faster. But then, yeah, same thing with the workers for another person, and then the architect can speak directly to somebody. So
Okay,
he's
so
called the two kobold leaders.
the kobold leaders, the architect, the workers, and the kobolds.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to. I mean, I want to talk to the fucking leader so fucking bad. I just want to talk. Just want to talk. I want to shake his hand. Just want to shake his hand. You son of a bitch.
I'm gonna shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
I don't think you're gonna shake his hand.
It's going to be the most firm handshake she would have ever gotten. But that's off the table. I mean, the other one would be in the group of kobolds. I
Yep,
could
the
shake
one
his
that
hand.
stabbed you.
I can shake his hand real good.
I want to shake his hand.
I don't know if nobody else is calling the rest of the kobolds,
Yeah.
I'll go to shake their hands.
All right. You got the kobolds, Zach and Mateus. Who are you gonna talk to?
The leader.
No, Brandon's gonna talk to them.
Oh, sorry.
You want to
You
talk
got
to
the architects or the workers?
The workers is where I want to go.
All right, so Majora's gonna talk to the architect. All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna start with we're gonna start at the top from Majora.
Ah.
All right, Majora, you are sitting down with the architect Ama Uomi. My bad.
All right.
You can lead off with your questioning.
So I'm gonna offer her some tea and some biscuits. I reach over, they turn to coffee and donuts.
She seems very confused.
And he lets go. They turn back to tea and biscuits.
I should note that you're in individual
I'm taking mine outside.
No, you have individual
No, it's too many. Fit in a
Interrogate.
single room. Too claustrophobic. Take them
On the
outside.
yacht.
The chief is gonna oversee on that one.
That's fine.
All right, but everybody else, that's speaking more individually, there's interrogation rooms. But all right, so she seems confused by this food transforming in front of her face, but gives you a slight chuckle and accepts it.
So let's start from the top, okay? So you were requested to build this structure,
Mhm.
and you're the one that's supposed to pay them, but you don't dictate how much they get paid.
No, I sent a request to the mayor's office for their wages.
Okay. And do you know how much their wages were?
They did not ask initially. I am not sure how any of these processes work.
All right. So how are you paid in your country then? How is it done?
Oh, there is a contractor.
Right. And you're paid according to the contract. So was there a contract for this?
Yes. The mayor
Do you
paid me
have the
directly.
contract? Okay. Do you
She'll
have the
show.
contract?
Yes, she'll show you her contract. It's yeah, basically the mayor is directly paying her individually. But this doesn't tell you anything about what kind of contract might have been used for the
All
kobolds.
right. Who handles the contracts for the workers?
I do not know. The mayor sent them to me.
The mayor sent them to you. Okay. And when when did this whole money thing start happening? Was it just today or has it been going on for a bit?
They've been
Is
vocal about it for weeks, but nothing escalated until earlier today.
okay. They're asking for more money, but did anyone say ever or tell you how much money they were being paid initially?
No, I was very busy helping with the design.
Okay. So, is there a foreman for all this?
She doesn't really know what that word means, but she just kind of
Person in
guesses.
charge of the construction, like actually gets the workers together, tells them what to do.
She points at herself.
Okay. You designed,
she
you
did-
designed the building.
She designed the building. She was instructing everybody.
Okay. But but not once did you hear any money amounts from anybody?
Not that she would have understood.
Okay.
She had a translator.
I wish Ken was here.
He is here.
No,
He's back at the pagoda.
The pagoda,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
all right. Hold on a moment. So, I'm just gonna leave the room. Do we got one of them language scrolls that show we can we can understand each other.
Olo puts a scroll in your hand.
All right, yeah. Let's get this turned on so we can understand one another.
All right.
So you have a cast on her, so we can understand each other.
Oh.
Because it doesn't let me speak the language. It lets you understand what's being said.
All right.
So it's mainly for her.
Right.
Now we
Yeah.
can
Because
talk.
she doesn't know the full vocabulary you're using.
Yeah. So now we can actually talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna like reiterate my question. It's like, okay, so you're the architect, but who was in charge of the workers who told them like who handed out the pay slips?
The specialists were, but they've been missing for weeks.
Okay. All right. So the those dwarven specialists, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And when was the last time you saw them, or did you ever see them?
Yes. About 3 weeks ago, they just didn't show up, and I I complained to the mayor that they hadn't shown up for work, and he assured me that something would be done and they would be found and sent back. But they never
Okay.
came back, and the mayor hasn't responded to my letters.
Okay. Yeah. So do you know where these workers are from? The ones that went missing.
They're they're from my home city of Minkay.
Okay. And they've been gone. So last you saw them was a few weeks ago, and they just didn't show up. Did you check their quarters?
Yes, everything is still there.
Okay. And you didn't notice anything weird, like out of place?
Not that I saw, no.
Okay. Nothing breaking, entering.
Mm,
Okay.
nope.
Uh, how? Okay. So back to the kobolds here. I heard from being with them that they were always asking for more and more money. But you don't know how much money that they were being paid or handed out to. Like, did you ever see them be paid?
I knew that the specialists were handing them money, and I was giving them the bags after the specialists didn't show up, but I didn't check how much was in there, and they didn't say
Okay.
anything to me that I could understand.
So okay. So real issue with that. So you don't know how much was in any of those bags.
I assumed it was not my place to check.
Okay. So as a as a person in charge, it's good to cover your own behind when it comes to this sort of thing, because complaints like these can happen where that they may say they're not being paid enough, but that's why they got those. We count them out to make sure everything's good to go. But not gonna hold
I
it against
was
you. It's
not
not.
supposed to be in charge. I was just supposed to design the building. This
Well,
is a lot of responsibility that was thrust upon me.
I get that, and it is, but as the person's designing, at the end of it, you end up being in charge. You kind of have to take the reins, but it's not going to hold it against you because this whole thing blew out before how big it was supposed to. So, all right, and they did this whole kidnapping thing today, but they've been complaining for weeks, and you've been sending letters to the mayor, but the mayor never got back to you.
I will say that this country's bureaucracy is very obstructive. This would have gone much more smoothly in my home city. In my home city.
Well, how did you send the letters? Who'd you give them to? Or
Uh, she just says that she put them through the post, just like a normal letter.
okay. All right. It probably would have been better to go to the mayor's office directly. With this one, I get a long way, and you're very busy. But
Oh, I had much time. I tried to go directly to the mayor's office. I was turned away.
really, who turned you away?
His uh, receptionist, I believe. I don't
Okay.
know what the word you use for that is.
There's no receptionist works or secretary. Okay. Not to investigate, see where all these complaints come, because someone has to have received them, so we're going to look into that. So you haven't seen the workers, and could you like identify the ones that died and describe them like the four people?
Oh yeah. She gives you their names and their next of kin, who
Okay.
none of which are in this country. Obviously, they're all back in Minkei.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but one of them was her translator.
Ah. Of course they would get the translator. Okay. So have to be sure that they get their wages, their next of kin and whatnot. All right. So trying to think what else to ask. Uh.
We can come back to it and get to
Yeah.
another.
Let's get to another person.
All right. Next on the list, Mateus. You're talking to the workers.
Okay. So I'm gonna come in the room or whatever and stuff, and how are they placed?
They're just kind of sitting casually in this interrogation room. Olo's set up, just some basic snacks for them.
All right, you boys need anything else?
Uh, no, this is quite agreeable, thank you.
All right. I'm gonna sit down,
You
kind
can
of.
you can see that they speak common a bit better than the architect does, but they still don't speak it very well.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with Cobalt that well, so excuse me
Uh,
if I don't understand some
no, they're not
colloquialisms.
speaking Kobold, they're speaking TN,
No, I'm just
which
letting them know. I would offer to speak Cobalt if I did.
none of them
So
speak
that's like
Kobold.
Oh, they don't?
They speak
No,
TN.
they're
TN?
Asian.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are foreigners, aren't they?
Yeah, these are the workers. They're not the kobolds.
Oh, okay, all
Well,
right,
the
all right.
kobolds were workers, but we're
These are
separating
the
them.
human workers, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I'm speaking to the human workers, and how many of them is it again?
You have four of them, or five of them.
These
Sorry.
are the hostages, correct?
These are the surviving hostages. Yes, there are five of them.
Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty then, gentlemen. So what happened? Take me through the entire day as best you can.
Well, we heard the kobolds yelling, and we didn't really understand all of what they were saying. And suddenly, some of them came at us with knives and spears, and well, we've been just begging for our lives ever since. Uh, this is one of the ones that the battle master had with him, and another one pipes in. Well, that sorcerer kobold was not as hateful. Uh, they didn't harm us at all, or even point weapons at us.
Okay. So you're willing to vouch for the case of the sorcerer kobold?
Yes, Scarix and most of the kobolds were very nice. It was only that Rekarek, I believe, she was very hateful.
Okay. Let me ask you, if you were, would you be willing to forgive Rickarek's actions just from your own side, or would you still would like to like press charges or speak against her?
They all adamantly say no. She murdered some of our own.
Okay, that was the next question, but that's answered. Good. All right, well that's understandable.
They all tell you immediately that they witnessed people being killed by her.
Okay, I understand. So basically, all other kobolds, are you completely fine with letting off the hook or not speaking against in court? But Rekarek is definitely a no go for you.
As far as we know, they only bowed to her orders. She was the one that killed those people.
Okay, so that's pretty much all I need to know. Do you understand why everything kind of led to where it went?
Something about their wages. They disagreed with them, yes?
Did you have any disagreements with your wages as human workers?
No. Ours were quite modest, but agreeable.
Do you know anything about the kobolds' wages? Were they different from yours?
Mm. We don't know an exact amount, but they complained about it a lot.
Well, do you remember any numbers being thrown out by things like in any of their complaints? Like maybe they might have mentioned they were being paid less and gave a specific number.
Not that we heard.
Okay, so you knew that they were complaining about a wage inequalities, but you're not sure because you have no actual proof of a number that would have differentiated their wages from yours.
No.
Understandable. Well, it looks like it's a pretty open and shut case. Are there any concerns or gripes that you would like to make other than the ones versus Recaric currently?
We have no ill will against the rest of the kobolds. They were just trying to make their way through this world.
Not just the kobolds I'm asking. I'm asking, are there any complaints, like issues with the job, issues with the people that put this contract upon you, and or the general environment in which you work, which is foreign to your persons?
Well, the person that contracted the kobolds was very, very creepy when we met him.
Explain to me creepy.
He was I don't know the word for it. He gawked at Amma. He was very aggressive about his advances.
And where is Amma?
That's the architect who
Okay.
Majora is speaking with.
Okay. He was aggressive in his advances with her, flirtatious, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And he seemed like he was actually pursuing her seriously. Was there any physical accounts that he might have made other than gawking?
No. She
Okay, so
expressed disgust with his presence, though.
okay. I'll take note of that. And what's the gentleman's name that contracted you?
No, they're talking about the ones that contracted the kobolds, because
Okay,
he evidently met with
well, that's
when
fine.
the kobolds arrived.
What's his name?
They don't know.
Okay. Can you describe him for me?
They describe a very handsome blonde man. Uh, they don't really have a lot of details other than this dude is pretty dang handsome and has blonde hair, and he seemed important.
Handsome
Okay.
blonde hair seems important.
All right. So half of the coins. Got you. All right. Well, it seems like everything's fine. Everything. Any questions for me?
Uh, just when will we be able to bury the other workers?
I will put in an immediate acquisition to the church. We have made a accrued relationship with the church, and they will be buried properly unless you have specific ways that you would like to do it. Or do you mind if our church people handle it or
We
help
would
you with
like to get their families' input, yes.
it? Okay, that's fine. I'll put in a requisition. You will be released tonight since you technically were hostages and held against your own will, but please do not skip town. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you will then have problems getting your current wages later on because we need to track you down. Is that pretty understandable?
One of them asks, like, "What do you mean skip town?" And then another one whispers in their ear, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, don't leave. Don't leave the city. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to take them out front and then begin basically put down have them sign waivers that they gave us a statement and put their names on it, and then after that they're free to go.
All right. we're gonna go shift over to Max, who is talking to all the kobolds outside with the chief overlooking. You you got them all lined up. Some of they're kind of chattering to each other. Uh, some of them are throwing blame at one another, getting mad, and kind of trying to headbutt each other because they're all cuffed.
All right. So I grab the one that hit me with the fucking spear out of like the chattering crowd, and I take him and I set him by a tree. Then I take the training thing that was given to me and I hit the tree on the opposite side next to him really, really fucking hard. And I don't
He,
say anything. I just keep doing this until they all shut the fuck up.
yeah, they all immediately pipe up. He's like cowering, blocking his face with his arms, and they all just immediately stop talking and look to you.
All right.
Chief gives you a knowing nod.
So I got a few questions. Who knows how to speak common or some other language really well?
Dupa, the blue one that you met before, she holds up her hand immediately and says, I speak common good.
All right. I throw a little runt in with the rest of them, and then I pick her up, and then I sit down so that like I'm eye level with her. All right. I have a few questions about what happened when we came down there and what happened before we came down there. All right.
All right. Yep. She just looks up at you with these big puppy dog eyes and says, "Yes, I'll answer anything."
All
And you
right.
see the other kobolds like glaring at her.
All right. So, first of all, do you know if any one of your fellow kobold people was part of the initial instigation or had the idea to take hostage?
That was Rikarik's idea. The
No one
sorcerer
knows.
agreed to that. We all
All right.
fell in line, but the sorcerer disagreed with the killing.
Okay. All right. So only one person, and the only person who actually killed someone was the war leader, battle war leader, whatever.
Yeah, they all start chattering up again. They're all agreeing, yes, the Rikarik was the one that killed all those people.
All right. Yeah, so that's all really the notes about the the secondary investigation. All right. So everyone but you are off the hook for this
Every
little hostage shenango. And I point at the one who fucking stabbed me. Now I got some questions about something else.
It's okay.
Okay. Do you know if there were was anybody there that humans or well, whoever non-kobold people that were working with them disappeared from the site prior to this hostage thing kicking off?
Yes, the stonemasons.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to them?
Uh, they just stopped showing up. We didn't really think much about it. They're not one of us.
You didn't
We
see anything strange or anything going on with them? Were they talking about anything going
no,
anywhere?
they were very skilled though, very slow at building, but no, they didn't say anything out of the ordinary. We can't understand how they talk.
Uh, what do you mean can't understand how they talk?
They don't speak like you, and they don't speak our language.
Where they speak?
Uh, she looks around, like confused. I, I, I don't know what it's called, but it's not how we speak, and not how you speak.
Were the stonemasons dwarves?
No, the stonemasons were from Minkay. On the
Oh, okay.
all of the human and dwarf and etc. workers were from Tianjia.
Okay.
They came with Amma.
Okay. I thought that they were local. Okay. Alright. That only foreign people got taken. Alright. So they didn't say anything out of the ordinary. Nothing out of the ordinary was seen. You didn't see anyone or anything around the premises prior to their disappearances that didn't belong there or that was off.
Not that we saw. We thought it was odd they wanted us to build with paper.
There's probably some Chinja stuff. Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like they don't really fucking know shit. So, is there any other thing? Do you know where the? Well, I guess the head lady would know where they fucking lived at. All right. Well, I got really no other questions. They were only like following orders. They didn't actually do anything. So I'll let like the chief decide whether or not they're gonna actually get like just a slap on the wrist. But I walk up to that one that fucking stabbed me, and I'll loom over him in that crowd, like standing over his little buddies. And I squat down and I just jab him really hard in the chest to knock him on his ass. And then like I herd the rest of them into the building afterwards.
The chief's gonna pull you aside. Is that really necessary, Officer Bork?
They hit me with a spear.
That
And
one
then
in
I show
particular?
him the size of the wound.
So he looks at the wound and and since you guys are now in the office, like, you're gonna cry about that little boo boo, Officer Pork?
Do
And
I
then
look like I'm crying, Chief?
he leans down to this one. All right, we're taking you to a cell. The rest of you, I don't know. I go do whatever you do. He starts taking cuffs off of him.
Okay.
He's
All right.
taking your word for it that the majority of them are, more or less innocent.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the one that stabbed me off. I don't really fucking care about that one in particular. I'm gonna let him off the hook. I'm gonna let Mateus's word ride on this one, at least as far as he's concerned. As long as like the uh what is her name? Rakshu, whatever her name is. As long as she
Derek.
Yeah, as long as she takes the major L for the murder, I'll let that one go.
All right. Yep. He uncuffs them all and sends them on their way. And then you see outside, they all immediately start bickering about which one of them is the leader now.
Hmm. Naturally. Well, alright. I let him off the hook. Mattias better be happy. And the only one I ain't letting walk out of this building free lizard is the leader.
All right. We're gonna get to Sylphie now. Sylphie, you can talk to them one at a time, or you can talk to them together. Which would you prefer?
I'm gonna go ahead and talk to them together.
All right. Uh, since the sorcerer surrendered, she is not cuffed, but she is sitting calmly in the interrogation room. But this other one is cuffed all the fuck up, like legs, hands, chained to the desk.
Okay, I'm gonna walk in, boots standing on my head, and I'm gonna be drinking a glass of milk. When I sit down, Boots is gonna hop off onto the table. Stare at them. I'm gonna take a couple more drinks of my milk before setting it down. So we have some corpses that are going to be needing names. And I'm going to reach into my coat, pull out a cigarette, light it up, and look at them. You guys wouldn't happen to know the names of those people, would you?
Scarix thinks for a moment, and I believe their names were, and I don't have the list of names, but she lists them off. And then the other one just kind of snarls at you, like, why is that even important?
And yeah, I'm just going to ignore him. Take a drag of my cigarette for blowing in his face. So when you guys woke up this morning, did you guys already have a plan to do this, or was this something spur of the moment?
Yes, we had been building upon this plan for months, Scarix says. And then the other one chimes in, Rivaric. She says, or Ricaric. She says, yes, but you were too cowardly to enact it. I had to take the reins.
Yes, you were too cowardly to follow through. And I keep writing. And then I'm gonna look at her. So when you guys signed your contract, you didn't negotiate for better wages?
Hoff insisted that we would be paid appropriately, but clearly that fell through. So we took matters into our own hands.
When you say appropriately, what are you saying here? Like you didn't know how much money you were going to get paid? You didn't sign a contract?
The sorcerer speaks up and she says, "We assumed we would be getting paid as much as the other builders, and that did not happen."
And how much were you paid?
She pulls out a piece of paper, and you can see their wages, and they were getting paid about 2 gold per day for their work, and of course they don't have any indication that
2 gold a
the
day.
yeah, it's a fancy ass building.
Huh.
But they don't know how much the humans were getting paid. They don't have any proof of that anyway.
Kobolds were getting paid 2 gold a day. And then I look at how much I'm getting paid. How much am I getting paid? 'Cause I feel like it's not 2 gold.
You get paid in whatever you take off criminals. You don't have a wage.
Wait, I do this for free?
No,
Basically.
commission. It's not
Yeah, I
the
think-
same thing.
Basically free.
Okay. So where have you been storing this gold at? You been getting paid?
Back in our den.
Where you guys have a den at here?
Scarix says, I would be willing to show you. And then Ricaric is like, don't you take them there!
So Scarix, did you order Raquette to kill those people?
I did not.
But Raquette says you did, and I'm trying to do my lie to me thing. Alright, that's the wrong button. There we go.
She says, I did not want those people harmed in any way. Ricaric acted on her own initiative.
She's telling the truth.
Yes, she is.
Alright, Ricaric. Would you like to give your statement on why you murder these people?
So Ricaric is getting more and more annoyed as you keep badgering her with questions, and eventually, she just says, "Ugh, these giants, all of you, you, you think you're better than us. I wanted to kill them."
Should have beat that one to death. Damn, should have let me fucking do
writing
it.
this down. Wanted to kill him. Got it. Anything else you wish to add to this?
I am a mighty dragon. I should not be treated like this.
Delusional sub-race creature.
Illusions of grandeur.
Anything else?
My words are too good for you, giant. And then Scarix is just like, "Oh, here we go."
Okay. Good. Got it. All right. Cool. Well, let's go pay a visit to your den.
Very well. And she calmly gets up and starts leading you out.
Careful
All right,
about
I'm gonna
traps.
follow her.
All right. So she takes you to the den because you left Rick Carrick with Olo there. And she takes you to their den. You can see that most of the kobolds that were working there have come back to the den, and they're just kind of getting settled in again, bickering about who's going to be the new leader. And then they see Scarix, and they immediately shut the fuck up.
So, did you guys sign a contract, Scarix?
Yes, I can show it to you right now.
All right. Cool.
So she hands you the contract that they signed, and the person that was contracting them out to Amma's pagoda is a man named Jeremy Hoff.
Okay.
He's a labor broker in the city.
Okey-dokey. And does it say how much gold he's agreed to pay them?
Yeah, the agreed upon wage was actually 4 gold per day.
Okay.
Oh,
All right. I'm going to remove I'm going to ask her to bring out her gold chest, and then I'm going to remove from it her portion of the gold, the other person's portion of the gold, and I think the spear person's being kept as well, right?
No, I let them go.
Okay.
Mattias offered to let them go. That spear dude is getting off the hook, but I'm not letting the leader, the violent one of the two leaders, off the hook. No.
Yeah. So I'm going to grab however much of this gold is hers and the other person's, and then take her back to the station.
All right. So yeah, they all seem annoyed that you're going through like their stuff, but Scarix tells them all to allow the officer to count their money so that they can clear their
Oh wait,
names.
he actually left the station with them to go do this.
Yeah, Olo
Oh,
is Olo's with them.
no, I'd have definitely gone with.
Oh yeah, you're already done with yours, so you would be allowed to go with her. Olo is overseeing the prisoner.
Then I'll go through and confiscate the rest of her and the other person's possessions and bring it all down to the station.
Yep. Scarix is ushering them to comply with everything that you guys are asking because they are trying to clear their names. They didn't intend for this to get violent. They just wanted to be paid what they were agreed upon.
Oh no, she's still serving time. She organized this whole thing.
Yep, that's what do you call it? Conspiracy.
Yep, she fully admits to that.
Yep, and I'm just getting our payment that's due, and then head back to the station.
All right. So they all hand over the gold that they were paid because they don't
Oh, I'm
really
not taking
spend
all the gold. I'm just taking the two that are being booked
The-
and kept
the
and
two
being
leaders.
charged.
Okay.
Their possessions I'm collecting from the den.
Yeah, you count it out, and yeah, it equals to about 2 gold a day for the amount of days that
3 months, what
Amma
was that?
and yeah, and you can see that there's some missing from that. It's actually lower than that amount, but she just explains that yes, price
No,
for food and everything.
I'm gonna look at the rest of them, and according to your contract, you guys have been getting gypped, so you guys should file a lawsuit, and we should get this sorted.
Mm.
You should pick one that's capable amongst them to leave while you're gone. I tell the sorceress.
Oh, they're gonna fight.
Yeah,
So how long were they working?
they were working for about 3 months.
3
Cool.
months. Oh.
That's per day.
God.
That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. So well, when we go to get this
You have to
guy's
give
money,
me a gold
we gotta
amount, Chase,
we gotta
'cause-
get the other half of the gold that's owed to these two as well.
It's 360. Because it's 4 gold, 9 months. That's 360.
All right.
All right.
So we let them know that we'll try to collect the rest of the money that's owed to them, and then we gonna bounce.
Very well. As long as they can continue doing what they were doing, I will take myself in with you. I hope that we can resolve this and everyone can get paid what they were owed. And you can see Scarrick seems pretty sincere in her words.
720 gold. We hit payday, guys. Good bust.
360. So we have 422 gold. Well, plus the
720.
55 gold. 720 from what?
I thought
360
they were
per.
only getting paid.
Oh,
Oh,
360
wait.
per.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
There's two of them.
Wait,
Each of them
but
should
I
have paid
thought that
360.
I thought that the issue was that they were only getting paid half that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why
I'm collecting the other half from the guy who's been jipping them. I'm going to make sure we collect that part.
Oh, okay. Well, hold off on writing all 720 then, because we have to make sure that whoever is the person who's supposed to be paying them actually does. Now, Max has a vested interest in making sure.
All right, so you guys are fining her and Rakarik of the gold that they earned.
We're not finding them. We're confiscating them.
I mean, it's the same thing. But yeah, so that's what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Scarix seems to agree to that. She realizes that her actions have led to this violence, though she did not condone it.
I'm sure they'll be lenient on your sentence. We'll walk her back to the station and lock her up.
All right. So yeah, you guys can regroup now. Now that everyone's dealt with, you've asked your questions, and you guys can meet up with the chief and Olo.
All right. I only got unfortunate news for him because questioning the Kobold rabble did not net me any new clues about like the primary thing we went out there to go find out about. Nothing new. They were there one day, they stopped showing up.
All right. Chief orders, gets y'all lined up. All right, one at a time. What'd y'all learn?
Start from the top.
All right, we so with some help with a little translation scroll. So this architect was really just hands off about them being paid, like the workers and the kobolds. And when there's complaints about not getting paid enough, she said she put letters in the post box to be sent to the mayor's office asking for explanation. Didn't get any, so she went there herself and got turned away by their secretary.
Fucking
the mayor's
bureaucrats.
Yeah, and the mayor sent nothing back.
We live by laws in this city.
Damn right. Here.
What are we here for?
There are
All right.
supposed to be rules for how these systems go, and they're putting grease everywhere, making this just fucking hard to go through. Ugh.
Yeah, so this could have been avoided if some bureaucrat got off their behind with the whole money thing. Asked her about the other missing workers, the original ones you sent us to go look for, and she said she actually went there herself to see what was up, and it was empty. Didn't see no foul. She said she saw no foul play, but we'll probably have to investigate their den anyway, their living quarters.
I'm back. Sorry.
Very well. All right. Officer Mateus.
All right. So essentially, the human hostages, laborers say that they are fine with pretty much allowing all the other kobolds leniency. They don't feel like they did anything that was particularly aggressive to them, other than follow the actions of one that was particularly violent. And I named the one that starts with an R. Keep forgetting her name.
Rakaric, yeah.
Yeah, Rakaric. It's weird. Anyway, other than that or whatever and stuff, they said that there was some weird sexual advances by blonde-haired person towards the architect.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about
Blonde-haired
that.
person.
Yes, a blonde-haired person that
Olo, get your
contracted
sketch pad. Go talk to those workers.
someone
Find
that
out who this guy
contracted
is.
someone that contracted specifically the kobolds.
The contractor.
Yeah, like the guy that
Yes.
did the contracts with them, specifically
They
the
say a
kobolds.
name.
No, they didn't. They said they didn't know the name, and their English is not that great. So yeah,
I hope it's not who I think it is. Damn it.
Who do you think it is, Chief?
Everybody heard the name Hoff?
No.
Wim Hof?
Jeremy Hoff.
Nope, I definitely haven't heard of that one. Wait, would I know this name? That's the name that gets passed around the police circle?
Stilfy saw the name already on the
contract.
Yeah, that the kobolds had.
Oh, okay. So you want us to go
Yeah.
check this guy out?
Hold up the contract.
Oh, it isn't that simple. I am gonna need you to talk to this guy, but
Don't worry, Chief. We'll get the money.
Nah.
Oh, so he's been skimming? Is that why we're all back here?
He's a pretty important person in the city. A lot of businesses he's got his hands in. We can't just ask him to come down here. He's
more
very
red
hard
tape,
to
Chief.
touch.
Nobody's above the law, Chief.
I agree, and it pisses me off, but this is how we're gonna have to do things. All right, I'm gonna show you something. You guys are still new, but this is kind of a rite of passage. Follow me.
All right.
Taking down bigwigs is a rite of passage.
Oh yeah, I like mash my fist into my hand like, oh yeah, gonna take down the big one. What I've been waiting for.
All right. He leads you into a room in the back, and it's got like a locked door on it, and he puts 3 different keys into this intricate lock and opens it up, and you see that in this room is various garments, multiple weapons, of various make and style, and this seems like a costume wardrobe type deal. And he says, "Welcome to the wardrobe. You officers are going undercover."
Please tell me there's a cannon in here.
A cannon?
Yeah, I love cannons.
Bitches love cannons.
That is true. I was half expecting to see like a transportation symbol on the floor.
There's
It's
nothing
like, oh, no.
fancy like that. There are weapons, but they're mostly decorative. This is for costume.
Why would we have a costume room?
I happen to know exactly where Hoff's speakeasy is. And the easiest way to get a word with the man himself is going to be at his own establishment.
Chief, are you throwing costume balls on the side?
No.
No, he works at Bed Bath & Beyond. Jesus.
We don't talk about my side job, all right?
Look, I understand you're just putting your kids in college so you can explore sexuality.
Are you here for the specials on towels?
So he's like gritting his teeth the more you guys are goofing off. He's like, all right, listen.
I'm not goofing off at all. Like Max is just completely fucking. It's like question marks are like blinking over his head. What the fuck is undercover, man?
Is this powerful guy like super shady? And that's why we have to go undercover, boss?
I've been looking into him for years, but I have nothing concrete. There hasn't been a reason for me to send anyone down there till now.
I don't understand. Undercover costumes.
Yeah.
Why don't we just bust in the front door, kick
If
his
you
ass?
do that, his guards will kill you on the spot.
Like
Not
a
if I
small
kill them
dog.
first.
Max, listen.
I
we're
like
gonna-
your spirit, Max, but I'm serious.
Listen, Max, we're gonna put these costumes on, and we're gonna assume the persona of villains, and we're gonna go in there as a snake amongst snakes, and we'll get them.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
so there's like a long pause
That's what it means to
where
be
Max
undercover.
is like, you can see the wheels turning. Like, you guys can physically hear like a gear clicking in his mind, and then like suddenly, like his face like scrunches up, like in disgust. You mean pretend to be criminal?
And
No,
Majora
not
gets right close
pretend.
to him? Yes, like me.
Yeah, imitate
Gee.
Majora. He's a great role model for you to follow in this situation.
Gee,
I'll show you the ropes.
it ain't so.
Now you're the Padawan.
Help me, please, Chief. I'm gonna grab this like fucking lapels. Like, please, Chief. You can't be serious.
He holds up his holy symbol of Abadar, and he puts a hand on your shoulder. Officer Bork, I wouldn't be asking you to do this if I didn't think you weren't going to do anything necessary to see justice here.
Wow.
Man,
Oh no,
your hands are tight on this one. He tied your hands tight.
Max fucking falls to his fucking knees.
The sword got thrown down.
These last couple of days have been rough for you, buddy.
You've been doing this job longer than anyone here, except for me. You know what it's like to be in a criminal's head. Now it's time to put it to the test.
Oh man, I'm gonna show you how to steal from people.
Oh yeah, and we get to sleep with them. It's gonna be great.
What? What do you mean?
You're
gotta
not
do
gonna be doing
anything.
any of that. It's one of those fancy speakeasies. They got a bunch of random events, and people are all over each other in there. It's
What
a
do you
whole
mean?
mess.
Yeah,
Why
people are all
all
over
over
each
each
other.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Like my character is actually visibly sweating.
Never been to a brothel, kid?
Look
Yeah,
up.
The
I've never been
brothel.
to a wait, a brothel? What?
Wait,
so
Hey Max,
there's a light at
wait.
the end of the tunnel.
wait, okay, so my character I go, look, sir, I'm not actually like trained for undercover. I may have to sit this one out. Plus we need a guy
Max
on patrol the
shoots
entire
up from
time.
his knees and places a firm hand on Mateus' shoulder. We can do this, buddy. Together.
Hey, I'm just saying, like I don't
No.
Give
think
her
it's
the
appropriate.
pops from those knees that has to get out from the ground.
He's gonna hold him real close, like put his hands on both shoulders. Don't worry. You stick with me, buddy. You stick close. I'll help you through this.
All right. So he's gonna
There's a
run you
wonderful
through what you guys are about to step into. He says, "Hang on."
I'm gonna start stripping and putting on one of the dresses. Try them out.
Sophie, do you want a changing curtain or are you cool?
Oh, that's fine. This is my body. I'm gonna keep going.
What?
Oh, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What did you just say?
I'm just gonna ignore them. Keep changing.
What is this place called? Hang on.
I'm going to cover Mateus's eyes.
I don't
You gotta be
need you to.
professional.
They're already covered.
All right. So the place you guys are going to be heading to is called the House of Plains. It's a cute little gimmick they got where every section of this place is a different plane. They got a host that's dressed up as one of the gods. All of them suck except for Abadar, of course.
Wait, there's a
And,
sucking plane?
They do little games and people, just do all kinds of shit just right in public. It's a hell of a sight. I remember the first time I went undercover there, I saw things you wouldn't believe.
I don't feel comfortable.
He stares off in the distance for a minute.
I'm sitting there picking out outfits for Mateus, like putting them up to him while he's sweating. Like, yes, this looks like it'll fit.
I don't
Jorah
feel
looks at where the
comfortable
chief's
at
looking.
all.
So you
That's
guys
all.
are all going to pose as some big wigs, some up-and-comers looking for some business in the city. And you're going to try as hard as you can find any information, whoever's going to talk. And if you can speak to Jeremy Hoff himself, and he gives you a picture of the guy, and I will give you the picture of him.
My character is visibly very nervous. I don't think I can
He
handle naked
is
ladies.
devilishly handsome,
I
illegally
don't
so.
want to see naked ladies. I am chaste and pure.
Okay. I think
Oh, don't worry. They'll be mostly naked.
All
Be
right,
great.
Mateus, pay attention. You got to focus. Black or navy blue? Now,
What?
hold them up against you, like underneath your chin or whatever. There's a black, navy blue.
The blue really makes his eyes pop.
Yeah, but black goes with
Now,
everything.
now the good thing is that you're all new here. Nobody's going to recognize you. But you gotta play the part. This is the first time some of you have been undercover. Sophie knows what she's
I'm
doing.
not comfortable to play this part, Chief.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna like it.
You want to be a real cop, don't you?
Why do real cops have to do this?
Because sometimes you got to get dirty to catch the bad guy.
Don't worry, Officer Mateus. They're all about consent there. They throw anybody out that isn't cool with it.
So
They might try to
be
test
very
us.
cool with it while we're there.
Yeah, don't harsh the mood. You know.
Yeah, just go along with whatever they tell you to do. Whatever test they throw away, you do it.
We'll be with you every step of the way until they tell us to leave. So we can do
No. There are multiple planes. You guys are gonna have to split up on this, cover more ground.
Oh.
Oh,
All right.
Now Murphy's gonna stand out there. I'm sorry, Max, but he's not gonna be able to go in there with you.
sorry, Murphy. You're gonna have to sit this one out. Acknowledged.
He's got his bow tie on.
Yeah, I
and
would
everything.
say that counts.
Yeah, you get dressed, got a top hat.
Checking his cufflinks, and he's like, oh, okay.
Shutting down a little bit. Start looking away.
All right, but yeah, so you guys are gonna have to chat up anyone that seems important. If you can talk to the man himself, that's perfect. But you guys are gonna have to split up. Now, nothing should go wrong. If you get made, they're just gonna throw you out. Done. Which is terrible, but whoa.
That means
I don't know.
Was Mad Dog.
What I do?
Echo on.
Oh shit! Let me put on the bag. I'm head.
As long as you don't make it obvious that you're officers, nobody should have a problem with you. But if you start making trouble, they're just going to kick you out. So, no bloodshed should happen in there. They make sure of that. It's bad for business. So that part should be fine. We all understand?
Yeah.
I still don't understand why I have to go.
Because you're a part of your unit. And they need you. You understand that?
No. I really don't feel comfortable doing work around people that aren't properly dressed.
Mateus, what if we had to do a drug bust up in here?
Then I would send you guys in and I would be backup.
Are you really saying that you're not cut out to be a cop? I mean, you could always go home and admit that to your family.
All right, you see my face get grizzled and whiny looking, like I'm constipated, and then I just shut up and I don't know, grab whatever's on the rack, and then just start walking to the door.
Give you the navy blue one. Give him the navy blue one. I agree with Sophie. It's gonna make his eyes pop.
All right. Now, second, they're not just going to let you in the front door if they don't know you. But they're not going to care if you're already in there. I know where the back door is, how the more scandalous members get in. I know how to get there. I'll give you directions. And then with that, we are going to end the session for tonight. But you guys have your new objective, and you guys can decide right now how you're what character are you gonna be in here.
I already know, whiny and bitchy.
No, you gotta have a code name. Your undercover
Whiny
alias.
and bitchy.
Yeah, you're supposed to be up and coming business people trying to make it big
At least
in
we
the
know.
Undercity.
At least we know what the chief did before he became a chief.
We got that job at Bed Bath
What are
Beyond.
we peddling? Are we sellers? Are we buyers? Are we we do larceny?
Also, never mind. I can get the drugs myself.
What?
Yeah, what's your name gonna be? William? You could be William. That sounds like a fancy name.
We're gonna
I
be
don't know what my
webs.
name is then. Webs.
Well, the nose, don't you think?
No?
Such a real
Well,
nose.
the chief is going to suggest, Mateus, I mean, you come from a famous family. From what I know, they have some shady dealings themselves. Maybe you could use
Whoa.
that.
I don't know anything about that, sir. And the
Yeah, I'm sure you
implications-
don't.
The implications are a
Wink.
little rough on my ears.
Think I was born yesterday, kid? I know all about your family. I'm from the coins, too.
Well, then you should know that we are an upright standing family that does proper business.
He's like doing the thing where like you're talking and he's mimicking your mouth moving with his hand.
That's fucking rude. Rude as fuck.
Yeah, I've heard this all before from every single one of those shit sippers out in the coins.
Shit sippers.
Yep.
Shit sippers.
Shit
As opposed to
sipper.
piss drinkers, yes.
I am insulted.
Man,
Chief
So,
is
this
kind
is
of going
the
pretty
worst
far.
part.
Max was in a
This
real
is-
dark place for a hot second there, but then the light shone down upon him.
Oh,
I was
don't
in a
worry,
dark
you'll get to do
place. I
crime.
did everything I was supposed to do as a cop today.
Yeah, now you're supposed to go undercover at a
This is your
brothel.
reward. Undercover work at a brothel.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You
My
should be a
character is
good
an
cop.
innocent young man that just doesn't want to see naked ladies, and boom, here we are.
It's Kevin all over again.
Hey, Clarence and Zach.
Yeah, it is.
You guys want to do some
So,
BF?
sure. What's our grift gonna be?
Yeah, well, why don't you guys decide that?
Selling
Shut the
drugs.
fuck up.
We're gonna be
Damn
selling
it,
drugs.
Brandon, cancel the stream.
We're gonna be selling drugs.
Brandon, cancel the stream. I'm tired of getting laughed at. Brandon, cancel
Alright,
the damn